On May 23, 2025, at approximately 4:51 p.m., Trooper Duncan responded to a reported disturbance between a mother and daughter. While en route, dispatch noted that one party might have been coughing or choking. Upon arrival, Officer W. Williams advised that a black passenger car had just left the scene. Trooper Duncan located the vehicle near Live Oak and Lynch Drive. He observed its paper tag was unreadable and damaged. When the vehicle turned onto Lynch Drive, Trooper Duncan activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop for the tag issue and to follow up on the disturbance. The vehicle slowed near 7001 Faulkner Lake Road but never fully stopped. Trooper Duncan saw a single occupant with dreadlocks before the vehicle suddenly sped off eastbound on Faulkner Lake Road, reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour and endangering public safety.
Taking off on me for eastbound on Lynch.
Yeah, 63 for 843.
Expired paper tags on it. We're going 440 towards Little Rock, speeds out 80, light driving.
The pursuit continued past the airport exit, with a suspect vehicle reaching speeds up to 125 miles per hour. Arkansas State Police units moved into position to assist. The vehicle sped westbound on I-440, passing cars on the right shoulder at approximately 100 miles per hour near the Springer exit. The suspect merged onto Interstate 530 southbound, accelerating to about 122 miles per hour in moderate traffic and repeatedly losing control near 124 miles per hour. He passed vehicles on the right shoulder at roughly 105 miles per hour. With all lanes blocked, Trooper Duncan also used the shoulder. As traffic grew heavier, the suspect briefly re-entered the roadway at 86 miles per hour before returning to the shoulder. Believing the suspect might exit or flee on foot, Trooper Duncan maintained pursuit. The suspect exited onto Dixon Road at about 103 miles per hour and nearly crashed while turning eastbound. At that point, Lieutenant Sims and Sergeant Rathie ordered the pursuit to end. Trooper Duncan deactivated his lights and siren and reported the suspect's last known direction.
He's continuing eastbound on Dixon at high rate of speed.
We're done with it.
Hey, if you had y'all want the guy, we get him stopped or what?
If you get him stopped, that'd be great, but we're out of it. Appreciate it.
As Trooper Duncan continued east on Dixon Road to turn around, he came upon a rear-end crash near the 1200 block and saw the suspect vehicle wrecked in the yard of 1224 Dixon Road. Witnesses identified the driver as a black female, later confirmed to be Miss Shaki Floyd. Trooper Duncan drew his weapon and ordered her to the ground. Once she complied and he saw both of her hands, he holstered his weapon and took her into custody without further incident. In the next incident, an 18-year-old girl thought she could outrun the police. But in Florida, it's never that easy. On June 10, 2025, at approximately 6:24 p.m., Trooper M. Gutierrez was monitoring southbound traffic on Interstate 75 near mile marker 146 when he observed a gray sedan traveling at 94 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. He confirmed the speed using a laser device. Trooper Gutierrez activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop, but the vehicle changed lanes and began pulling away. Despite the rainy conditions and wet roads, the driver ignored the siren and continued fleeing at high speeds.
Where are you heading? What's going on, Bayshore?
At mile marker 143, the suspect swerved onto the right shoulder to pass slower traffic, accelerating to over 100 miles per hour. The driver exited the interstate westbound at Bayshore Road, made a U-turn, and returned eastbound. While re-entering the interstate, the suspect forced another vehicle off the road.
10-4, just to confirm, are you on Bayshore eastbound? 10-4.
pursuit continued as the suspect drove recklessly, cutting off vehicles, making aggressive lane changes, and showing no regard for public safety. At mile marker 141, the vehicle exited onto Palm Beach Boulevard, ran a red light, and collided with a sedan that had the right-of-way. Trooper Gutierrez positioned his patrol car in front of the suspect vehicle to prevent further escape. A female driver and a male passenger were inside. The female was taken into custody without incident, while the male was detained by a Lee County Sheriff's deputy.
10-4. I got one female at 1050. It's going to be a signal 4. Let me go check them. 10-4, one female at 1050.
The driver admitted to fleeing out of panic. She was on her way to meet a bondsman for her incarcerated brother. She also stated that she did not have a valid driver's license. A records check confirmed she only possessed a state ID and had an active warrant out of Miami-Dade for driving without a license. She was transported to Lee Memorial Hospital for medical evaluation and later booked into the Lee County Jail without further incident.
It was mine.
No.
Alarm.
No.
Can you hear out your ears?
What?
Can you hear out your ears? Can you breathe?
In the next incident, an armed man attempted to flee from law enforcement, but the Arkansas troopers had no intention of letting that happen. On July 7, 2025, a Be on the Lookout alert was issued for a red 2023 Toyota Tacoma with South Carolina license plates. The vehicle was reportedly being driven by its registered owner, Mr. Thomas, who was considered armed and had made threats. He was identified as a deserter from a naval base in South Carolina, prompting the Naval Criminal Investigative Service to track his phone and provide real-time location updates. The vehicle was spotted on Interstate 40 East near mile marker 131, where one trooper began trailing it while awaiting backup. Near mile marker 135, additional units arrived, and all patrol vehicles activated their emergency lights and sirens in an attempt to stop the vehicle. The vehicle moved onto the shoulder but continued driving for nearly a mile before slowing to an almost complete stop. It then merged back into the right lane and gradually accelerated to approximately 55 miles per hour, ignoring multiple patrol vehicles behind it with emergency lights and sirens activated. As the road straightened near mile marker 138, a trooper approached the suspect vehicle from the right and successfully executed a TVI. The truck spun sideways and came to a stop parallel to the interstate. All responding units conducted the stop based on traffic violations. Mr. Thomas complied with verbal commands and exited the vehicle with his hands raised. He was taken into custody without incident. A Glock 19 handgun was found on the driver's seat with a round chambered. A half-empty bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey was also located on the passenger seat.
Any passengers or anything?
No, I'm here with the drone, so 132 if you need me.
In the next incident, a man attempted to flee from Florida Highway Patrol troopers, forcing them to perform a pit maneuver and use force to take him into custody. On June 20, 2025, at approximately 2:34 a.m., Trooper Juan Rosado was patrolling in a marked Florida Highway Patrol Dodge Charger in Lee County. While traveling eastbound on State Road 82 near Ortiz Avenue, he observed a bronze Jeep Liberty speeding at 63 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone, passing his patrol car in the left lane. Trooper Rosado activated his emergency lights and siren near Richmond Avenue to initiate a traffic stop. Instead, the driver entered the left turn lane, made a U-turn, and continued westbound without stopping. Trooper Rosado then advised the Fort Myers Communications Center that he was initiating a pursuit. As the vehicle slowed near the registered address of 539 Nuna Avenue, Trooper Rosado performed a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to rotate. Through the unobstructed driver's window, he clearly saw the driver wearing a blue t-shirt. The suspect, later identified as Miguel, attempted to turn into his driveway but struck a chain-link fence before pulling in. Trooper Rosado observed Miguel trying to open the driver's door and used his pit bar to block it. Miguel then climbed into the passenger seat, opened the door, and began backing away. As Trooper Rosado approached and gave lawful commands, Miguel briefly raised his hands before fleeing on foot around the residence.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm not resisting! I surrender! I'm not resisting!
Give us your hands in.
Put your hands behind your back! Put it behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! I got it. I'm not resisting! Yes, you are. Put it on. I'm not resisting!
Ok, ya tengo la prueba, si pasa. Yo tengo la prueba en la casa.
Back up!
Back up.
Ya tengo la prueba. Yo tengo la prueba. Si pasa algo conmigo, te
Still 11015 in custody. This is the driver? Huh? This is the driver? Yeah. See if I'm booked. You want the station, can Oh, I'm booked.
Okay.
Get on your butt.
I've always been behind.
Come on, bud. I'm pinned up. My here's Alright. Alright, well, don't.
Trooper Rosado chased the suspect toward a shed, deploying his taser, but the man broke free and kept running. Ignoring repeated commands, he resisted arrest, pushing Rosado and striking him with his elbows. Rosado smelled alcohol on him. A drive stun failed. With troopers Hash and Lemon arriving, the suspect was taken down after a second drive stun and placed in Rosado's patrol car. Still combative and denying he was the driver. Inside the Jeep, troopers found open Modelo beer cans and a cold, opened 18-pack. Dispatch later confirmed the suspect, identified as Miguel, had 2 active warrants. He was taken to the Lee County Jail, where he remained disorderly. After completing paperwork, Trooper Rosado transferred custody to jail staff. Knee spacing there released were the mere ChatGPT.
All I did was go in the car and you fucking pulled me out and tased me.
So all the stuff that happened before when I lit you up over there, right before 75, all that, you don't know that?
Over where? I came outside and I went in the car and you fucking tased me.
And, well, you have a warrant too. At a Hardy?
Dude, I came outside, you fucking tased me for no reason. I literally came outside the house and I went to the car and you fucking tased me.
Bro, this guy has warrants too. Aggravated assault with a weapon in DeSoto. You got one at a Hardy. What's one at Hardy for?
What are you talking about?
Crack talking.
I literally came outside the house and I went to go check if my friend was in the car or not, and you fucking tased me.
I mean, I seen you jump out the side door. I saw your face the 2 times I came up.
Dude, you realize we got cameras, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Nice try though, man. I appreciate it.
Oh no, we got cameras.
That's good.
The moment it shows that I came outside the house to go to the car and you tased me,
okay,
you're getting a fucking lawsuit. Guarantee that shit.
32. I placed the driver in the cat. If you can run him, I believe he has 2 warrants at a party in DeSoto.